Afternoon. How are you, everybody? How how is everything? What's going on with everybody? Just fixing here this mic, and I want to say thank you so much. I'm checking the channel right now to see if everything is okay. Here I am, live on the YouTube channel COTodd. COTodd. Putting down the volume here. So anyway, I hope you guys can hear me okay. So anyway, I hope you guys can hear me okay. Yeah, I guess it's okay. Let me just check here. So anyway, thank you. Let me just check. So first, as usual, I just want to say thank you for the hundreds, at least hundreds in some cases, over 1,000, views, and I like the comments on my views. I'm sorry, on my videos. I've been, working hard on those. I wanna make sure that I, post stuff that I think you guys gonna find interesting. At least some of you. So, but anyway, this week I can say for sure that we had at least a couple of thousand people checking out our videos. And for that, I'm very, very grateful, and I do appreciate, and I like and I appreciate the comments. I want to clarify, if I may, for, just saying that I post those videos. My intention is just bring what's going on out there, and I just want to share with you guys. Opinion is gonna be up to you, or comments. But I personally don't really have an agenda when it comes to politics and religion. So I just post stuff that I find or found interesting. So I bring it up to you guys. Thank you so much, Maverick. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, and I say hi too. So anyway, I've been really working hard to find interesting stuff out there, and I know it's gonna sound crazy for some of you guys, but it's kind of almost inspirational, if that is a word for that. It's something that I feel like I deeply feel that is gonna be worth it, so I share. So that's how I'm doing. I check it out all the time, what's going on out there, what's going on the social media, mainly on the traditional media, and then if I find that it's gonna be useful, productive, if I find that that stuff is gonna make us think about it, then I post. I'm not only posting here on a YouTube, but I'm also posting on Instagram. For those who does have the Instagram and want to check it out, you can check me on Carlos Todd 63. Carlos TODD 63. So you can go check it out. You'll see me there. You'll see hundreds of videos there too. On YouTube right now, besides those that I deleted, there was hundreds that I deleted in the past, because I'm always, doing some triage too. I go back sometimes and check it out. I was like, yeah, nobody's watching this anymore, so then I take it down. But, if you put together, all the videos that I have on Instagram and right here on YouTube, we are probably approaching at least a couple of thousand videos. so so I do this because I care about information, because I care about the philosophical part of it. I am a guy who are always thinking about stuff. You know what's going on a political arena, on a religious, and the religious component of it, and then I'll bring this stuff out there. I can tell you for sure that we are living in a very uh, unique, perhaps, times. You know, we are having a lot of polarization right here in the United States and throughout the world. You know, if I've been checking Brazil right now, I was looking at the elections on Chile, South America, and it is right there too. Same thing, polarization. And this planet and a political and a geopolitical field, we are suffering this very uh, deadly virus called extremism, and it is related to both sides of the aisle, on the left, on the right. Every time you are pulling too hard to one of these sides, humanity loses. And this is what's going on right now here in the United States, in Brazil. Now I check out Chile. I suspect that Argentina and some other Latin American countries, and I can guarantee other European countries too, and other continents like Africa, Asia. Uh, so what's going to happen is, end of the day, I think we are all going to lose because this fight to defend my truth, right? My point of view, my philosophical point of view, my social political point of view, or whatever you want to call it. So one day I was thinking about aliens and everything else. I watch all this stuff out there. I watch for, moon conspiracy theories, aliens conspiracy theories, and everything out there is spiritual level. I am always watching stuff, and checking out how far humanity goes, in certain subjects. And it is very, very interesting. Yeah, in some cases, it's not that great. But I'll tell you this, guys. I look forward to one day somebody, someone, some group of people, or aliens, whatever you want to call, could come and rescue us all from this, obsession for money and power, because that's what it is right now. People think that most of us are thinking that money is the most important thing in life, and right next to it, power. Some wants one or the other, some wants both. So let's see how far we're gonna get with this. But I was wondering, hey, what if this alien stuff is really true? Then they can come and present us with some real solutions, a good one, and perhaps solve and fix all the problems. That's what I was thinking. But I some years ago I heard a astrophysicist no name mentioning, talking about aliens, right? And he was saying that number one, that not likely we have aliens here in the presence. I respect his opinion because I don't really know. Hello, Maverick again. So, but he was talking, somebody brought this conversation about aliens to him, right? So he was saying that he don't believe it, that is aliens among us. But he said, if one day aliens shows up on our doors or comes to our planet, he don't really believe that is going to be as friendly as some people are reporting out there. You know, because he think that if aliens shows up to on Earth is to conquer, is to dominate, and probably extermination will happen on the process. I heard about it. I heard about it. Yes. Thank you for asking. So, so what I was saying is that I understand that point of view because we hear a lot of this talking about aliens, and most of them, all those aliens, in a way, don't do much. When they do in a nice way. Abducting apart. I don't know if you guys saw this movie many years ago, Fire on the Sky. You should check it out. That version of Alien is probably one of the versions that kind of fascinates me a lot because it's a way that that story was presented, and I'm assuming that some of these folks are still alive. I think it happens in the early 80s or late 70s, I'm guessing. And check it out, Fire in the Sky. I believe there is a book, and I believe there is a movie about it. I believe, no, there is a movie about it. I saw the movie and it was very interesting. Folks, by the way, let me say something. Again, like I normally say, if you see the title on my live presentation, this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. And I don't really have much position about anything in life. You know why? Because to me, everything is possibilities. Some are just can't be, right? But my opinion, you know, I do not pretend to own the truth. I don't believe in absolutism, and not in any field, in a scientific field. I think science and religion, they have some similarities when it comes to present theories, right? Everything when it comes to theory, not only on the science side, but also on the religious side and philosophical side, you can't really say, definitely this or that is true. So I'm just saying that I am open for possibilities, but I am so ready to confront those possibilities. Let me give an example. I think you guys are gonna like that. I traveled and drove through the desert of Nevada, Arizona, and New Mexico many, many, many times. In some instance, in Arizona, Nevada, California, and New Mexico, I slept quite a few times you know, on the side of the road or some rest area, whatever. And I was always, you know, hoping, if I can use that word, kind of hope, that something is going to happen when it comes to aliens. For those who are familiar with aliens, and conversation, I don't have to tell you guys that the United States, for quite a few reasons, they really like the subject, and we have many stories about aliens here in the United States. Desert of Nevada, New Mexico, and Arizona, and some other cities, even California. So what I'm saying is, if one day, and I was hoping many times that was going to happen, it never happened. I don't say never, but it didn't happen. And I'm still ready. Most of the time, or a lot of time of my life, my personal life, I am with me, myself. So I'm always thinking, hey, if it happens, I'm here. And the other thing, now let me put aside a little bit the alien conversation, also about life after death, spirits, and everything that we heard about all the time. That is a bunch of books written about the subject. So I think that I am absolutely ready for whatever is going on after this life. So, and here's my how can I use this word? Here's my plan, if I will. Here's my plan. When I live this, mortal life, this current life, if there is anything out there on the other side, after I die, I'm definitely, most likely, will do anything possible, available, to convince whoever is in charge on the other side to let me come back, so I can tell you guys, hey, yes, there is life after death. After this life, there is a lot going on the other side. So I came back to tell you what it is. I heard a lot of people talking to me, and just me. It's a big time BS. But I'm not saying that I own the truth. I'm just saying this is my opinion. I had a few interesting experience, like, many years ago. I had some experience that kind of made me think about it. But then again, that is a huge possibility. You guys probably know that after we die, it's just nothing. But if it is something, I'll come back. I'll make some arrangements to come back and talk about it. So this is the two things that I think will definitely give us some answers for the mystery of the different planets, different galaxies, different, part of this universe. This is the two subjects. One is aliens, and the other one is life after death. or after this mortal life, right? So I think most of us probably think about this very often. And because of this, two subject is just being just possibilities, my recommendation is this. Look, why don't we just do our best right now? You know, just live the best we can on this planet, take care of our neighbors, taking care of each other, or at least take good care of yourself. You know, do everything you can to learn. You know, we need to learn. That's the thing, the fact of the matter is that we need to learn every day. And we need to find the ways of being a better human being, a better spirit, if we have one. So this is pretty much it. You know, past, it don't matter. Future is just a possibility. All we got is right now, the present. That's why they call present. It's a gift. Every day is a gift. So let's quit the idea of wars and killings. Let's quit the idea of power. Let's quit the idea of money as the mentality that money is our priority, which is not. Yes, we do need that. But I'm telling you, politics and religious leaders, they need more than we do, I guess. So that's what I'm thinking, you know. I want to make myself very clear. I'm not perfect. I do not pretend to be. I'm not planning to be. I don't mind about being perfect, but I do mind of not being evil, not being a bad person. And I am. I still learning, you know. I still do things. I still lose my patience very often. But I know the difference about what is right and what is wrong in most cases. You know, not all the time, but most cases, you know. And remember this, I spoke about this too. Being right is not that important. Probably is not important at all. But being in peace, being fair, being honest, those attributes, qualities, whatever you want to call, those are important elements of life. You know, if you happen to be rich, millionaire or billionaire one day, so be it. And make a good use of it, you know. And I can tell you this, for many, many years, I've been around of rich millionaires. I don't think I was around billionaires, maybe. But millionaires, yes. And you would be surprised that a lot of them, they're still looking for peace of mind. And that is a fact. Again, I'm not saying that it's wrong being a millionaire or billionaire or even trillionaire. Some people already is trillionaire. Now, trillionaire, I don't understand. I just don't understand why folks like you and me have the necessity of being a trillionaire, you know. But what do I know about life, huh? I'm still trying to understand myself, right? So anyway, we are here in California. Right now is 11:13 a.m. in California, United States, Saturday. We are on Saturday, okay? So I know for some of you folks, probably it's already Sunday. And I appreciate, because if it is Sunday, for most of you folks, it's very early morning, like after midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that. And for that, I appreciate, taking your time to stop by and say hello and listen to my big time BS. Maybe it's not, right? I don't know what's going on in everybody's lives, but I'll tell you this: we are living in a very, very, very odd, unique, weird times. But some elements of this life that we're talking about on a daily basis are old stuff. Millenniums before us, there was philosophers that was talking about that very issues: power, money, greed, the several dead saints, Catholic Church named, I guess, and everything else. So most of our problems on the spiritual side of it, emotional side of it, are the same. And some are very, very present in most of us lives, daily lives. So it means that humanity tends to repeat their mistakes. And I just don't know why we can't learn from it. Nature, maybe. And people, for whatever reason, most of us at least, not all of us, but most of us have the necessity of a spiritual orientation, guidance, to see if we can correct those problems, mistakes that we, have as part of our daily lives. People go to church, temples, synagogues, or whatever you want to call, to seek for orientation, spiritual guide, and stuff like that, and very, very old problems. Why? I'm not sure. I heard if you can talk about the scriptures, but I don't think that's the answer for this particular situation issue. But, we talk about pretty much about the same stuff on a daily basis on our church Sunday sermon and speeches, etc., prayers. Same thing. We should do this, we shouldn't do that. And then we use the scriptures, whatever scriptures you use, the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, and others. to base our position on those very old elements of destruction of humanity. For whatever reason, we just we're not able to fix it. Hi, Eddie. I don't know why. I really don't know why. So when we go back to the alien situation, now I'm gonna make things complicated. I've seen quite few descriptions about those folks called aliens, color of the skin, but I noticed that most of descriptions on those aliens, most of, not all, but most of, they don't really have indumentary like dress code, right? Most of the stuff we see out there, they're naked. Yeah. Is that a good thing? Maybe. Now I'm gonna bring that to the scriptures. If you look at through the Genesis and the creation, right? Remember in the beginning when God created Adam and Eve, the detail is that he created them. Nobody knows for sure how that happened, if that happened. I'm just bringing the story. It's up to you guys. It's just interesting, at least. So we don't know if the gods created Adam and Eve naked for sure, but did they create them naked? How old they were, baby, then they grew up to adult age, but they were naked. Good for you, Eddie. Thank you. So best wishes. So what I'm trying to bring the two and two together is that most of the descriptions of those aliens that they show up for many people, not all of them, okay, I want to make myself clear, but most of them, they were naked too. Different color of skin, different eyes, no eyebrows, no this, no that, whatever. But there is, some are saying they're kind of gray, they're kind of green, they're kind of, different colors on the skin, but naked. In some cases, they are tall and not naked, but I'm just saying that most of the stuff that you see out there. But anyway, going back to creation. So we don't know for sure, some people think they know, if they were created as an adult already, or, baby, and then we're coming and growing, right? So anyway, hold on. Sorry, folks, I'm back. Somebody was decided to use a machine and was interfering here with my broadcast. So, thing is this. You're gonna find a lot of stuff on the scriptures that it's almost alien-like. And this is one of them. I don't really understand why the Genesis says that it took a rib from Adam and then decide to make a woman out of it. Well, scientifically, it looks like we're getting there, right? DNA is more and more evident, and clones and etc. So I think may happen someday, if it's not already happened. So there is nothing really crazy about it. It gets crazy when when you bring religion to the subject. But on a scientific part of it, I don't see much, big deal, I guess. So, but anyway, I don't think you guys did hear anything about these aliens interacting or acting with humans. I don't think they brought money to the conversation. Gold and etc., diamonds, wealth. It probably, for those, civilizations, if we can call, from other planets or galaxy, if they exist, I believe they do. And it's not on a conspiracy side of it that I say this. I just say because it's very silly thinking that it's not. The scriptures itself, it give you this idea of a different world other than the planet Earth. And I can tell you one right now, they call heaven. Right? So because of that and some other interesting narratives and information we have on the scriptures, and let me make myself clear, most of the scripture are missing a lot of information there, and some of those information was changed for a specific agendas from some people. But still, you can kind of go dig on this stuff and see that it's a lot of manifestation. Let me give another one. Back to the Genesis, right? If the story of Genesis was correct, okay? Remember, according to the gods, on the creation of Adam and Eve, after what happened on the Garden of Eden, that God decided to take Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden, he put some angels there. Well, God himself, or the gods, and those angels came from somewhere, right? I know a lot of people go, oh, they came from heaven. Heaven, even on the scripture, it's a place somewhere, and most of them was pointing up, which is the reference we have for everything that came out of this planet, right? Still we have the rockets that goes out to space, it's always up, right? So that is no reason for those religious people going, no, no aliens. Come on. And that is some passages, some scriptures that make some, comments about, other planets. So this is something that perhaps we can think about it. Perhaps we should think about it. But end of the day is this. Aliens are not aliens. Life after death, spiritual life or not. For us, one thing is for sure, at least for now, it may be a good news, it may be a bad news. It's up to you to decide. Sooner or later, we are all going to die. That's why, regardless, have or don't have other planets, aliens, spiritual life after this life, and everything else that we've learned through all the books and philosophers, etc. Regardless, maybe there is some exceptions, but I'm not sure that you and me, you out there and me, know for sure 100%, period, that those elements are truth or true. Because of that, I keep saying over and over again, do not take any chance. The best thing you can do, regardless, is do your best, do things that is productive to your own life and your neighbor's lives and everybody else's. If you do that, regardless, the result will be good. So you don't have to worry about it. And I say this, and I'm very, very grateful for you guys stopping by, checking my videos, sharing my videos, watching, commenting, not only here, but also on Instagram, COTodd63. If you guys have any question about me or whatever, go to Instagram, COTodd63. Carlos, TODD 63. Okay? Best wishes. I hope that tomorrow I'll be back. Can't promise, but I'll do my best. Take care of yourself. See you.